Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. That one complete to Hill. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
We need 18. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers, and it's caught. The tight end Hill.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
I got you, boy.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Murray now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Let's go now. 2, 15 running. This is the line. 65.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st down, Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the ground, Michel. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And it's third down.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun on third down, Murray. Rolling to his right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line.
18 on the play. First down, 49ers.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, second and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On second and a couple. Rodgers, it's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
88, 53, check, 50.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Rodgers now to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pull together. 53 small. Check 53. Coming, baby.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Hill the intended receiver once again, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Come on. 5.
Rodgers now going to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides...
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, open man is Hill. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. On first down, it's Taylor. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. 59.
And off he goes.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Murray now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the one. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers to throw again. And incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
And it's Michel once again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. On the move to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw is Rodgers. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. They run with Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers. And the grab by Croft. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. They complete it to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The 34-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Again, it's Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Washington going to use of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build-up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.